to another edition of the 2024 MLB Draft Spotlight Show. You know, Carson Benge. Carson, I've been talking about you on my podcast for like 6 or 7 months now because there's something about the way that you play, something about your game that kind of brings me in, man. Like I think there's more to come in 2024. Carson Benge, outfielder, right-handed pitcher, Oklahoma State, UConn, Oklahoma's own. Um, Carson, first 5 minutes of this show every single week. Introduce yourself, man. Who are you on the field? Who are you off the field? Tell us a little bit about your life.
Gotcha. My name is Carson Benge. I'm a junior here at Oklahoma State, and on the field, I just love the competitive side of the game. So I just love running around, doing anything within the game of baseball. Love being competitive. Just really love everything about the game. So it really kind of suits me and my personality. But off the field, I got two brothers and one sister. One brother actually went here and then got drafted by the Red Sox back in 2017. And born and raised in Oklahoma, from UConn, moved to Edmond. So always been around. Kind of knew I wanted to go to Oklahoma State from whenever my brother went here. Kind of set the path for me, especially these nice facilities we have.
Yeah.
And all the great coaches just kind of set my path for wanting to come here.
I want to talk about the last 2 years a little bit for you because I think you've taken an interesting path and you're not the first. Wyatt Langford, kind of a similar path. Charlie Condon at Georgia, kind of a similar path. You missed 2022 with Tommy John. You come back in 2023 last year. I mean, you set the world on fire with the bat and you were pumping gas on the mound. I'm just curious, was that the most adversity that you've had to go through and what was that like for you?
I'd say definitely, but it also definitely helped me out a bunch. So I had it like a week before my freshman season. So it was kind of all taken away from me in an instant. But through that process, I kind of learned how to like gather information from different spots on the field and just kind of go about it that way instead of always being in the game. So like different guys on the team would lend me different tips or go watch bullpens or pitching meetings or stuff like that, just trying to gather information over the year. And it took me 9 months to swing a bat, which was 3 months longer than it was to for throwing. So right whenever I was able to pick up the bat, I kind of never set it down and kind of just went off running with it because I remember what it felt like to be taken away from me just like that. So I never wanted to feel that again.
So it's funny you mentioned that. So 9 months without swinging a bat, and you come in last year and respectfully as a reasonably like uncelebrated, unheralded high school prospect, you come in year one at Oklahoma State, 345, 468, 538 with 7 homers, 8 stolen bases. And then you go to Chatham and you do pretty much the same thing. I mean, I gotta ask, man, like, does it surprise you with the time that you had to take off and everything in between? Like, does your success in 2023 surprise you at all?
Definitely not. Was working for it. I always knew I had it in me, even if other people didn't see it. You gotta always believe in yourself. So I kind of knew I had that in me.
I love that. So I'm glad you bring an air of confidence and humility will take you a long ways, but you got to be confident in this game
Mhm.
as well. I'm curious, going back to 2021, and maybe this is just my ignorance. I don't remember you as being one of the more heralded, celebrated like draft prospects in that 2021 year. You obviously end up at Oklahoma State and now you're doing big things. Can you take me back to high school and what it was like kind of going through your senior year of high school and what the draft looked like for someone like you?
There would be occasional scouts at my batting practice, nothing too big, but I'd say from high school I was more scouted as a pitcher
Hmm.
because I was 95, 96, and just shoved my whole senior year. So in the pitching I was facing with the bat really didn't kind of open eyes. So I wasn't facing any the competition from the pitching side whenever I was batting. So
Yeah.
kind of I'd say my arm was definitely ahead. Then whenever I had surgery, it definitely they both kind of evened out, and now I'm pretty good at both.
Pretty good at both. So let's talk about your tools. So this is exciting to me because this is going to be another like full year with Carson Benge on the radar. It's a 70 grade arm in right field. You're up to at least 97 to my knowledge on the mound. You're an above average runner. For my money, it's plus raw power. There's a ton of juice in your bat. And I think everyone's just trying to kind of figure out exactly like where the hit tool lands. But with all that talent on the field, man, like what is your favorite tool? Like what is the thing that you do on the field that you're most proud of, if you will?
I'd say my hit tool, honestly, being able to take the ball the other way is my main thing. I don't know really how I do it, but it's just kind of always come natural to be able to strike the ball that way.
Okay, so I gotta ask with the swing. Uh, have you gotten the Josh Hamilton comp before? Because the swing is very Josh Hamilton, man.
Never, but
Really?
I definitely loved watching him play whenever I was growing up. He was definitely one of the guys I looked up to, so maybe that could have sprouted my swing from somewhere.
Did the swing just come naturally? Is it something that you built on your own, or was there guys that you idolized growing up?
Yeah, it's just me and my dad, and I think the swing kind of came from just always trying to hit home runs whenever my brothers were playing. I was on a back t-ball field. Just I don't really know where it came from, but I'm glad I got it.
Yeah, no, it's a sweet swing, a lot of power there. Um, with as much raw power as you have, do you like diving into the numbers, the exit velos and things like that? Are you a data guy?
I like seeing like what my max is, and but like from day to day, not really too deep into that.
Okay, so 2024 is a big year for you. Obviously, 2023, let's call it an unknown. You didn't know what you were going to bring to the field. Obviously, tons of confidence, but nobody really knew what the final line was going to look like. What are your expectations personally? And we'll get to Oklahoma State here in a minute, but what kind of personal expectations have you set for yourself this season?
From the pitching side, I would definitely love to have quite a bit more innings pitched, go deeper into games, get ahead of guys more. And I feel like I've kind of worked on that over the fall, so I'm feeling pretty confident going into season. And with the swing, it was really just trying to maintain. And I felt like I did that pretty good, trying to maintain going into season. I've been working on the inside pitch a little bit, trying to get cleaner spin on that. But other than that, I think I'm in a pretty good spot.
Very nice. I got to ask on the pitching side, my numbers may be outdated. I think I have you up to 97 last year. Have you touched anything higher than that this fall, or where's the velo sitting?
It's around the same, maybe a tick or two up, but 3 to 5 can touch 6 or 7.
Nice, very nice. Okay, so Oklahoma State, you guys return a ton of talent, and you guys lost some talent too, but you guys bring back a ton of talent. Goals for 24. What are you looking at?
Omaha run, definitely. I feel like we got the guys. Our pitching, everyone's talking about how it's like kind of iffy or they don't know, but I feel like from what I've seen this fall, it's one of the best it's been since I've been here. And definitely Rob can work his magic on that. And I feel like we're gonna have a great squad this year.
Okay, so I want to ask this question because you have gone through more adversity than most guys in your situation, I think at your age. Let's look forward to professional ball. You've got a big year ahead of you. I'm not going to diminish that at all. But in terms of like a team that may select you in July, what sort of a worker is that organization getting? What sort of a person in the clubhouse is that clubhouse getting?
I'd say I'm a pretty goofy kid, but like knows when it's gets serious and gets down to business, so isn't afraid to get his hands dirty, but kind of has a good feel for what's going around and knows what's going on and knows how to get his hands dirty.
Okay, and how about the fan base? What are the fans getting in terms of a person?
Um, I'd say I'm not too flashy, but I always play hard, so you know you're getting the best from me that I can give.
You know, you strike me as the type of guy who is in those preseason commercials, those spring training commercials for a team, like the goofy guy that's in an outfit playing a role. Like that, I don't know. Like you post big numbers on the field, but also you're kind of you're the funny guy in those commercials. I'm
Definitely.
excited to we'll see if that takes shape over time. All right. Final two questions. Get you out of here, Carson. And I always end my show with these questions every week.
Okay.
Let's say you play for 20 more years, and I'll give you pitching, and I'll give you your walkout music. One song. You get one song for 20 years. You can never change it. What are you going with?
Um, dude, pitching, I haven't stuck with one yet, so I don't know what that would be, but hitting would definitely be Run This Town by Rihanna and Jay-Z.
Have you been going with that for more than a year? Is that kind of tried and
Yeah,
true?
ever since senior year of high school. I just
Still going with it, huh?
Yeah, definitely.
Well, it's working.
Yeah.
It's something's working with it. All right, final question. I'll give you Chatham's roster, and I'll give you Oklahoma State's roster. All those guys that you've played with, who's the one guy, no shot, you're letting him date your sister?
Can it be from like last year?
Of course, yeah.
David Mendham, 100%.
David Mendham.
Never.
Good call. Good call. Boy, you hit up one of the veterans, huh?
Yeah,
Brutal.
no way. No
I
way with
like it.
them.
Carson Benge, truly stoked to see what 2024 looks like. Two-way. You're just going to bring a lot to the diamond. I think baseball is better with you in it. So good
Thank you.
luck this year. Good luck in July, and we'll see what's to come.
Okay, thank you. It was nice meeting you.